If you have a security camera that suddenly stopped working, don't throw it away just yet. Many people replace cameras that are actually working perfectly when the real problem is somewhere else. In this video, we'll show you how to test a security camera using simple items you probably already have at home. No multimeter and no special tools. And later, we'll show you a simple trick using headphones to check if your camera is actually sending a video signal. By the end of this video, you'll know if the camera is actually dead or if something else in your system is causing the problem. Before we begin, let's grab a few simple items we'll need for the test. First, the camera you're trying to test. Next, a small piece of wire with both ends stripped. We'll also need a pair of headphones with a 3.5mm or 2.5mm jack, the kind commonly used with phones. If you don't have headphones, a small speaker with a line-in port and a 3.5mm UX cable will work too. And finally, a compatible power supply. Most security cameras use a 12-volt power adapter rated for at least 1 amp, usually with a center positive connector. If you don't have a spare power adapter, check devices around your home like routers, modems, or receivers. Many of them use the same type of power supply. However, even though this is the most common standard, please double-check that your camera matches these specifications. If you're unsure or need any help at all, feel free to leave a comment or reach out to our free support via WhatsApp. We've put the link and number in the description and the pinned comment for you. Once we have everything ready, let's plug the power supply into a power outlet and connect it to the camera. Our first goal is to verify if the camera is actually receiving power. To do this, we can simply cover the light sensor. This is one of the easiest ways to troubleshoot a security camera without using specialized tools. These cameras feature infrared LEDs that activate in the dark to capture footage without visible light. By covering the sensor to simulate a dark environment, the lights should turn on. If you look through a smartphone camera, the infrared will appear as a bright light, while to the naked eye, you'll likely see a faint red glow coming from the LEDs. If you're having trouble finding the sensor, try taking the camera into a dark room or using your phone screen to see the light better. Just a quick tip: iPhones often have a filter that blocks this light, so an Android might work better for this. If those infrared lights don't turn on, it's a sign we need to double-check that the power supply is functional and compatible. The next step is checking if the infrared filter is engaging. When we cover the sensor and the LEDs light up, the camera should make a distinct clicking sound. In some models, it's very quiet, but that's the sound of the IR cut filter moving into place. This filter is a physical blade that sits between the scene and the image sensor during the day and moves when it gets dark. Hearing this click is a great sign because it tells us the camera's internal board is likely operating normally. Now here's something most people don't know. A security camera's video signal actually produces a sound that we can hear. We can test this by touching the tip of our headphones to the center hole of the camera's connector, while making sure the next metal ring of the headphone jack touches the outer metal casing of the connector. If you're using an amplified speaker, the process is the same, but since the negative part of the cable might be further away, you can use that small piece of wire to bridge the camera's connector housing to the negative part of the jack. If the camera is producing video, you'll hear a specific sound through the headphones or speaker. This sound might vary depending on the camera, but generally, if you move something in front of the lens, you'll hear the tone shift slightly, confirming that a video signal is present. If you're able to, there's one final test we can perform, which is connecting the camera directly to a DVR without using the long installed cable. We just take our wire, connect one end to the center of the camera's connector and the other end to the center of the DVR's video input. Then, we touch the metal casing of the camera's connector directly to the metal casing on the DVR. If the image pops up on the screen, we know the camera is fine, and the issue likely lies in the cabling, the power distribution, or the connectors. Sometimes, cameras with a low signal amplitude struggle to push video through long or low-quality cables, even if the manufacturer claims they should work. In these cases, if replacing the cable isn't an option, we suggest swapping it with a camera that has a shorter cable run to see if that solves the connection issue. As you can see, these simple checks can quickly help you determine whether the camera itself is faulty or if the issue is somewhere else in your installation. And if you're working with IP or PoE cameras, we're preparing a full troubleshooting guide for those systems as well. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.